Hey, what's up guys, Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, bringing you yet another edition of Emo Cat Dad Listens. If you're new here, first off, thank you so much for stopping by, but let me briefly tell you what I do. Every day of 2024, I have vowed to check out a new band or artist. I check out 4 songs from across their discography, give you my initial thoughts on the songs individually, give you my thoughts on the artist, and of course I rank the songs because, I like lists. As you can see, today's artist is Trivium. So what do I know about Trivium? I have heard a couple songs. A friend of mine really digs this band. They're one of his favorites, so I've heard songs in passing. I did avoid the songs that I knew for a fact I had heard prior. So luckily, Trivium's got a very vast discography, so I have lots of choices for songs to check out. So what I'm expecting from the band is basically metal music. I don't think I'll be surprised, but I have heard some of their early stuff could be considered, scene music. So, if that's the case, I'm going to be happy. So, only time will tell whether that's actually the case or not. But without any further ado, I guess we should just dive into Trivium. So, Trivium recently announced a tour with Bullet for My Valentine. They'll be playing their 2005 albums in full. So I, of course, touched on Bullet for My Valentine a couple weeks ago, so now's a good time to do Trivium. So, of course, I need to look at the 2005 album Ascendancy. And it looks like Dying in Your Arms is the most popular song, so we'll give that a listen. Okay, so I just finished saying that I expected metal music, and I don't think that will change. And then this song comes out and basically ruins those expectations. I was surprised at how accessible this is, and I could definitely see how this could be considered scene adjacent at the very least. I really love the screamed bridge. I think that was probably my favorite part of the song. But then it goes into a guitar solo, which was a little much for me. But I did not expect a short song. This is under 3 minutes long. So metal songs tend to be at least 4 minutes, and that's the low end. Alright, so we'll jump 6 years from Ascendancy and check out the album In Waves, and seems like the title track's popular, so we'll go with that. Alright, so this is 5 minutes long. This is more what I expected, both in length and in musicality. It's definitely metal. Not really anything special about the metal, it's just straight up metal music. The vocalist Matt Heafy does sound great. I think he's really the draw of this band. The musicality, so far anyway, hasn't been anything to write home about. The lyrics are pretty, I guess, generic for the genre. They don't really stand out in any meaningful way to me anyways yet. Hopefully that changes. We got 2 more songs. Once again, this band does the bridge into the guitar solo. The bridge wasn't nearly as good on this track, but the guitar solo worked a lot better than on Dying in Your Arms. So I guess we'll call that a flush. But really what I want to highlight here is the In Waves refrains, I guess. Refrains, plural. There's a bunch of them. They were way too much for me. Alright, we've been jumping 6 years, so might as well jump another 6 years to 2017's The Sin and the Sentence, and I checked out The Heart from Your Hate. Alright, we get a double chorus here. Heck yeah, I love me a double chorus. Not enough people do them. Lyrically, I will say, this song repeats a lot of the same sections and words. Musically, I will say this song is much more accessible than In Waves was, but not quite as much as Dying in Your Arms was. But after 2 songs that went bridge into guitar solo, this song does not do that. Unfortunately, it also just doesn't have a bridge because it, repeats the same sections over and over again. But I still liked it. It was still a pretty fun listen. Alright, we're done with the 6 years skipping because we'd be into the future then, and I don't have a time machine. So we're going to check out from the latest album, In the Court of the Dragon, and I checked out Feast of Fire. Alright, so this is still pretty accessible, I'd say, especially in the chorus. In the verses, it gets a little less so, but overall, I'm willing to give this a pass. And guess what? Bridge into Guitar Solo is back. So I guess this is just a staple of the Trivium catalog. Following up that guitar solo, we get the third verse, which basically combines the first two verses and is delivered in kind of like a spoken word kind of style. It was honestly the highlight of the song for me. I dug it a lot. All right, so that was the 4 Trivium songs I checked out. Let's rank them. At number 1, Emo Cat Dad is ranking the most emo song, Dying in Your Arms, at number 1. This was by far the best bridge, and I dig bridges a whole lot. And musically, this is the most fun that I had with any of these 4 tracks. At number 2, we'll do The Heart From Your Hate. Lyrically, it repeats a lot, which I'm not a fan of, but everything else about it was just so earwormy, I was able to look past it. Really dug the music, really dug the vocals. Overall, just wish they changed up the words just a little bit. At 3, we'll do Feast of Fire, I think. That spoken delivery really caught my attention, and although it's not as good musically for me as the last 2 tracks, I can still easily put it above our number 4 song, which of course is In Waves. The repeating In Waves just did nothing for me, and it happened a lot, so it took me out of it. I still wouldn't say I hate the song, I just don't think I'm ever going to choose to go back and revisit it. Alright, so what are my thoughts overall on Trivium as a band? Like I had said, Matt Heafy is the star of this band. I think he can be singing over anyone's guitar parts. It's at least going to be mildly enjoyable. The lyrics aren't my favorite. I think I've made that abundantly clear. None of these lyrics really stood out to me, but what makes them is the way Matt delivers the lyrics to our ear holes. That's what stands out. Alright, guys and girls, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad. Trivium was a suggestion from you guys to check out, so I need more of those. So please, please, please deliver them below in the comments. Right down there, there's a little write a comment. Put in there, tell me how handsome I am and what bands that I should be checking out. Also be a part of the conversation. Tell me what you think about Trivium. Do you dig them? Do you not dig them? Did you write them off in the early 2000s because you didn't care about metal music like I did? I think the beauty of this band is that there's going to be something about it you like, whether that's the music, the vocals, maybe the lyrics. I don't know why, but maybe. But be a part of the conversation anyways. And I hope you go back to the backlog. This is day 62, I think. I've done a lot of these already, so please go back, watch those, and stay along with me for the ride. And the best way to do that is to simply cut my wrists and hit subscribe. I'm your friendly neighborhood Emo Cat Dad signing off. Until next time, I want to hear you sad.